Citizens, how's your spirit? I'm gonna put my glasses on because I want to be able to see the time. I'm not gonna be on here too long. The library closes at 5, and as always, there's no live fairy here. So I'm gonna tell you something kind of funny, and this is how people not being on their p's and q's can get the world convoluted really quickly. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Slow down. My name is Janine Christie Hill. Okay. My maiden name is Janine Christie Paxton. My name when my stepfather went to Germany is Janine Christie Paxton Perkins. And then at one point, briefly, no, I was going by one of those, right? Paxton Perkins or Hill or Paxton Perkins. Okay. Here's why it's relevant. Perkins Management Services that I worked for, I do not know that to be a company owned by my family member. However, it was owned by a black man. Number one. Number two, the last name Paxton is tried and true through and through. Exactly what I said it is. That's colorism all day. You need to understand cultural appropriation and someone wanting to be white when they are not. They are actually black. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay. I am indigenous. That's number three. You can tell by my coloring. I am red, right? More than I am brown, more than I am dark, black, or melanated. In that way, I'm red. My melanin pigment comes from that. Um, Now, here's where it gets interesting. In the in 2001, 2002, I had a virtual baby shower. Okay, but in the very first one, we were on AOL, right? We opened up a little private chat group. One of the women who would be my son's godmother said, "Hey, listen, send me your information. I'm going to send you a gift." And before I knew it, other gifts started showing up at my home by way of Amazon Prime. In the meantime, one of the gifts went missing. At the shower, we found out 2:22 on the clock that my diaper genie that was supposed to come, which was the original gift that I had intended to receive, did not arrive. It went to a woman named Janine Hill in California. I went on my end and reached out to Amazon, or the godmother did, and we figured it out. And eventually, we got the diaper genie to me. I'm saying this because here we sit in 2026, and dingbats who didn't know anything about me but wanted to dox me. Elder, I told you this already. Doxed Janine Hill. They were not discriminate enough to put in the metrics and make sure they had the right Janine Hill. More importantly, that they even had the right Janine. The Janine here matters. I'll tell you why. Because I haven't told a lie yet. I don't know why y'all don't want to tell the truth about Anti Daniels, but I will. Darrell Long went after Anton Daniels after Anton Daniels threatened to go after him and his family, 3:33 on the clock, in his home. Anton Daniels started telling people that Darrell Long was living in student housing. At the time, I had just finished saying I was leaving the East Coast to come out here and work on my master's degree while healing, and that my cousin had been murdered by the Memphis Police Department. Because Darrell Long is from Detroit, Michigan, they presumed that he and I were related by way of my cousin and that we were in some type of relationship because he got a baby mama named Janine. Now that's three Janines. Yes? Then you got Janine Pirro, and you got Janine so and so. You got JP for president. Then you have JP, the aspiring matriarch. You got J Passion. You got JP all the way outside. And then you got Janine Hill for president. Now you got one side, one person, all the way through. On the other side, a misidentified white woman, a bunch of goofy motherfuckers, and someone in the government who was too stupid to come and ask me questions. That's it. As it relate back to your city, the woman at Arizona Medical Transport. She had to get a background check in the last 2 to 3 years. My background check is still valid, haven't gotten here in 2019. Again, the dingbats on the ground and the dingbats on the internet didn't even know that background checks were a thing. You understand? They did not know that she would have to tell them about the people that she's known in her life for at least the last 7 to 10 years, including the black woman who's outside that she is seen speaking to about the business behind her and what's going on at Sister Jose's. When the FBI realized that she was in the same city and state as me, and I had already said these things, they would have been investigating her money. I had already told them that the city was in danger of embezzlement, dark money, and bad actors. So the feds on the ground knew what they were into when they got here. When Cash Patel got into office, things went left. Things were already going left inside of the organization by way of the young woman Natalie. She came in out of nowhere, and the staff member said that she was destroying property. She was escorted off the property for embezzlement. She had a job at OPCS before the embezzlement charges could stick and or hit. She moved from OPCS, which was where I was when I was segregated from the other members of the community, and then eventually asked to leave. And when I left, she then moved on to, I believe it was the Department of Child Services, where she is employed currently, from my understanding. And anyone who knows her and our situation at Sister Jose's, the moment that you tell them that, they say, "Dear, pray for them children." Now, she is of other descent. She is not an American. I don't know whether or not she's a citizen. I don't know whether she has a qualified degree. But when it comes down to a reason for her specifically to come after me and assist in this thing, it's because Natalie had gastric bypass surgery and she does not look like me. Natalie continues to eat her feelings. Natalie is associated with Irene Pacheco, whom I told you told me she was holding me and her father hostage. I can't make it up. I could. It would take too much. It would take longer than the 7 minutes and 40 seconds to tell you this shit. I know that much. And if you notice, that shit ain't come out until recently. I ain't said nothing about her. Who wants to say anything about a face picking meth head all goddamn day? That's the problem with the city. Because they've been sitting around picking their faces and doing meth and crack and sucking on each other's whatnots. They couldn't recognize a black woman who's educated enough to take time out of her life to come down here and save their lives. Remember, honey, I came here under AmeriCorps to help end homelessness and poverty in this country. Why would not I stand on business, even when everyone forgets their business? Now, if you don't understand all of that and how this could be such a convoluted case, at the end of the day, we still be sitting here saying the same thing, I will tell you one more time. What is known as financial paralysis is the result of financial abuse. And as long as you all continue to use my finances as a cudgel to hold me hostage in this city, you are no different than my ex husband, and you should be brought up on similar charges. So you can turn him over and you can turn state's evidence, or you can get this dick by way of the federal government. I asked him to put a little bit of peanut butter smear, but it ram that shit right up your fucking head. Playing with me. Bitch made motherfuckers, crackheads, whores. It's hard for me to respect the places that I normally respect inside of this city because I've yet to see anything respectful about this city except a few individuals who have come forward to make sure that I am safe. And they are great. They know me by name. They're going to be okay. When the day comes that I'm out of this, they got this. Don't you worry about Ish. How about you, though? You know, those of you who are sitting on your fucking phones right now judging me, thinking I'm not a good enough victim. to be on your television. Bitch, I told you this shit was never gonna be televised. It's raining outside. It's cold outside. Library closes at 5. The FBI is yet to arrive. Pretty sure that's a Cash Patel movie. Let me tell you what I know for sure. I never, ever, ever trusted any of you motherfuckers. Not even the United States government. I put my trust in God. You should listen to Lil Boosie. I don't trust nobody. Because I know any of them will sell somebody in to handle me, to sow seeds of discontent in my life. So I'll be depressed. Because their life is going to shit for fucking with me. You got me fucked up. And that's not paranoia. That's realism. That's knowing you motherfuckers have done too motherfucking much to get yourselves out of shit without my assistance. And since you haven't earned it, you need my kindness, my compassion, and my empathy. Now, I remember the lead attorney saying that, do I believe that a man deserves a woman like me? You motherfucking right. A man. A great man. Not you bitch made motherfuckers calling yourselves man experience out here. A cult of incels who couldn't get your dick wet without a piece of paper. It's Friday. You wanted to get froggy. I made sure you fucked around and found out today. Huh? Who gonna save you? Remember how you wanted to purge and tea and time? Huh? I think this is as good a weekend as any. Rodeo is coming up in the city of Tucson, and it's a bunch of motherfuckers who know how to ride horses and bikes, know how to shoot and fight. And I'm from Tennessee, where we volunteer for shit. Between us is Missouri, and they'll damn sure show you some shit. Now you decide if you want to come fucking with the South. Because this mouth got more than slang coming out of it. I'm headed to the presidency, bitch. And I'm bringing motherfuckers like me with me. Tattoos, scars, and all. You accepted this motherfucker with podcasting idiots. At least I got common sense, degrees, and a multitude of other things. You see, we move differently. Thanks for rocking with me. Bet you won't steal this shit.